Thanks for joining us for this breaking news update this afternoon. I'm Julie Cornell.
I'm Bill Shammer. Right now, Lincoln police are giving an update in the search for a missing Stromsburg couple, Hannah Neville and Roberto Tanner. Investigators are live right now in Malmo. Let's take you there.
From individuals in the community, as well as some tips from people online. But we are searching an area just north of Malmo, about 4 miles, some tree lines and some fields for farming out there. Right now, it's just an area of interest that we're looking at. We have numerous people walking through there, members of the Lincoln Police Department. In fact, our academy's out there walking too with us to help us out. But this is all part of the ongoing investigation into the missing persons for Hannah and Roberto.
What specifically kind of drew you out here? Is there a specific piece of evidence that kind of connected you here?
We're just analyzing a lot of digital evidence, as well as a lot of people providing tips since the news briefing, and then individuals are just coming forward providing statements to us. So we have a lot of different areas and different areas of interest other than just here. This is just the first one that we started with.
Can you tell us any of those other areas that you guys may be in?
Well, I mean, they're all over. I mean, Lancaster County is one of them. We've obviously already been there for the 7600 Northwest 27th Street address where we served a search warrant at. So there's just various locations throughout. This is the only one in Saunders County that we have on our list.
How many different areas have you searched so far?
Specifically, I couldn't tell you as far as areas like parcels or ownership. I mean, the one that we're searching today has 4 or 5 different owners as far as like farm ground, whether it be residential or whatnot. So.
But how many different? You said you've already searched an area in Lancaster County. Was that the first area that you guys searched, and this is the second?
Oh no, we've been searching since they've been missing. We have numerous places that we've been searching. I'll be honest with you, it's I don't have the number off the top of my head, but we're in the double digits. I mean, we continue to search areas anytime someone provides a tip or we have a digital evidence or forensic evidence that leads us into another direction. We're going to go there. We're going to make sure that we do our due diligence in that location. We might be here for a couple days just because it's a very large area, and once you get out there and see it, you'll understand how big it is.
My photographer and I went to that search area here in Saunders County, and we saw that there was a taped off area by the tree line. What would that indicate? So
I have a couple crime scene techs out here just kind of leading the search. So if there's something in area interest that for them, they're going to mark it. And then they'll confer with us as far as on the investigation side, and then we kind of compare notes that way. Yeah. So it would be an area of interest that they're interested in.
There wasn't like a specific thing that pointed, oh, we want to mark this. It was just an area of interest.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there any indication if Hannah and Roberto are going to be found together, or if they're expected to be apart the body?
No indication right now. I wish I knew specifically, but no, we don't have any specific indication if we're going to find them together or not.
Is there any update on the motive, where the shooting occurred?
Yep, so those two things are our biggest things that we still are working to identify and solve. But the shooting area is still a work in progress. We're still trying to collect more statements from people. We're still interviewing people. In fact, we have people back at the station right now that are still doing interviews, still looking through digital evidence, forensic evidence, and then the motive as well. We're still working on that.
Is there anything that communities around here can do to help you guys?
No, they've been great. I mean, people still call in the tips. I mean, even though that arrest has been made, individuals might have information that might seem irrelevant to them, but it's really relevant to the investigation. I encourage people to still call in with those tips. Yeah.
I guess, how confident do you think they are in this area, or is this just another, another tip that leads you to hopefully find them?
Confidence level is I won't be confident until we find them. So I can't really tell you confidence level wise, because we're relying on witness statements, we're relying on tips, we're relying on digital evidence. But because we have several areas of interest, I couldn't tell you for sure where or the level of confidence that they'll be here. But we'll continue to search until we find them.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you. All right. So once you guys get packed up, we can take you out there and get some video. As he mentioned, we do have our academy recruits out there.
All right, that was a live news conference on the missing couple from Stromsburg. Authorities saying that digital evidence and witness tips led them to the area of Malmo, which I believe is about an hour east of Stromsburg.
Right, the couple's from Stromsburg. Hannah Neville was reported missing 20 days ago by her roommate.
Yeah.
She didn't show up, and then her husband was reported missing later.
Roberto Tanner.
His half-brother is a suspect in this case.
Yeah, so investigators are still trying to piece together a lot of different evidence. They have not found any bodies yet, and this is just one of the first locations they are searching. They've already searched Lancaster County. Now they are in Saunders County. We do know that this location in Saunders County is the only one in Saunders County that they are searching. We have a crew on scene right now in Malmo. They are now going to go to the area where they are searching with a police escort. Of course, we'll have much more for you live tonight at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock.
Updates as they happen on KETV.com.